Hi, welcome to Movie Review Mom. If this is the very first time you found my channel, yay, I'm so glad you're here. I've been waiting for you. My goal is to give you the heads up on filmmaking quality and content so that you can make the best decision for you and your loved ones as to whether or not you want to spend time or money watching a specific film. So the specific film I'm reviewing today is called Rubicon. This space thriller opens in select theaters and VOD at the same time on July 1st, 2022. It's rated R and is an hour and 50 minutes. I'm going to give you my movie review mom grade now. I used to wait until later to make you guys watch my entire video, but I'm just experimenting to see if you guys will keep watching. So my movie review mom grade for this is a C. So now stick around and let me explain why. So in a nutshell, I'm going to give you an overview of the story, and then I'll tell you things I liked, things I didn't like. I'll offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, and even recommendations for other films that are sort of similar that you might also like. And sometimes I'll throw in funny lines or interesting lines if there are any. Okay, so in a nutshell, the year is 2056. That might sound like a long time from now, but the older I get, the sooner that sounds like it's going to happen. I mean, it just seems like it's not that far away. Anyway, this toxic cloud of pollution has swallowed the earth, killing untold numbers. The world's nations have dissolved with all the power now in the hands of giant corporations. The rich retreat to sealed biodomes while the poor choke and starve. On the space station called Rubicon, Hannah, who's played by Julia France Richter, and Gavin, who's played by George Blagden, and Dimitri, who's played by Mark Ivanier, weigh the fate of the planet's survivors. So the question is, should these crew makers risk their own lives on a rescue mission to the surface or ignore the old world to build a new one of safety and solitude, living off the station's sophisticated algae symbiosis system? Against the vast canvas of the cosmos, three people with different worldviews debate their moral responsibility to the species, all while grappling with the timely agony of isolation. What is worth living for and what is worth dying for? Those are really great questions, and I appreciated how they were addressed in the movie. The space adventure was directed and written by Magdalena Lorich, along with writing help by Jessica Lind. And I'm always interested to see how two females, a writer and a director, come together to share their vision of a movie. Oftentimes it is very different from how a man might have done this type of a movie. All right, so let me share the list of things that I liked. First of all, the actors I think are mostly going to be unfamiliar, at least to American audiences. I thought that they all did a really good job. The space scenes are pretty cool. The film was made and produced in Austria, and so you hear a few accents, but they're not all German accents. And so I appreciated the international element as well. As I mentioned, the moral questions are intriguing. And, I don't know, some people just absolutely love space films. It's fascinating to watch a film that's made in tight quarters, on a little spaceship, and have that perspective of the earth down below and all of that. And I really enjoyed those elements. So there were some things I didn't like, obviously, because I didn't give it an A. First of all, the story is very slow moving, with mostly people sitting around talking, trying to make these decisions and analyzing and evaluating and pontificating and, the value of life and what they should do. I know that the movie is supposed to be in the future, but it still bugged me that almost all of the astronauts had beards, because today astronauts generally have to be clean shaven. And that's a practical reason why, because, the way that their equipment needs to fit on their face and their head and all of that kind of stuff. So maybe in the future, it just doesn't matter at all. Other than that, as I said, it's a little bit boring and you keep waiting for something exciting to happen. Here's some tips for parents. There's some profanity, including many F-bombs. There's some German and Russian that are spoken with subtitles, so you got to do some reading. I think kids are going to be bored, and so will some adults, sadly. Some of the themes that are illustrated well in the movie are friendship, loyalty, sacrifice, life and death, of course, truth, and purpose. All right. So as I was watching this, a couple of movies instantly came to my mind. The first one is a Netflix movie called Stowaway, starring Anna Kendrick. If you saw that movie and you liked it, I think that you might enjoy this one as well. If you thought that was boring and you were waiting for some explosions and more exciting things to happen, this movie is sort of similar, where there are characters that are talking. Actually, that one did have a lot more action. So I'm just saying. And then another space movie that I really enjoyed is called Passengers. I really loved the dynamic, again, looking at life and death and the value of life and defining what life is and all of that kind of stuff. So I really enjoyed both of those films. All right, thanks for spending a few minutes with me. I hope that you found my movie review to be helpful in making your decision whether or not you're going to watch this. And if you do watch it, I hope you do enjoy it. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Be sure and run over and visit all my social media places. I'm on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and even Medium and even TikTok, believe it or not. I just got started there. So subscribe. Anyway, have a fantastic day and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.